This is Rotunda Studios. My name is Dylan McKercher, and today we are doing something a little different. Never done before here with RS. We are doing a live reaction. And what better way to kick it off than doing a live style reaction to the 93rd Annual Academy Award nominations live. And it was so hard not to look at any nominations ahead of time. I'm recording this around 4 p.m. on Monday, and these were announced at 8 a.m. today, and the winners will be announced on April 25th, so who knows, maybe we'll keep this style of having a conversation, talking about some nominations and predicted winners for the future. In this Oscar season, it has been all over the place due to the COVID-19 pandemic. This season is basically 2 months behind, and due to this delay, I have personally believed that some of the pre-pandemic films and summer releases are going to be overlooked. Spike Lee's Da 5 Bloods seems like a shoo-in for a pretty big package, including picture, director, actor, supporting actor, and many more nominations. However, this film has been nearly blanketed by all major guilds. The one film that I think could break in is the comedy Emma. The film came out the very last weekend before the nationwide theater shutdown, and while I don't see it cracking in the top 5 categories, this film could be able to snag costumes, maybe production design, and maybe hair and makeup. I expect to see critical darling Nomadland show up big with these nominations, as the film and the director Chloe Zhao have been steamrolling the competition all season long. I also expect David Fincher's black and white film Mank to snag the most nominations. However, it could easily become the morning's biggest snubs. There are some films I adore that are on the bubble for some major nominations. These include the marvelous Lakeith Stanfield and Daniel Kaluuya starring film Judas and the Black Messiah, The Electric Sound of Metal, and a film in my opinion that is either going to show up big time or not at all, The Mauritanian. With that being said, let's see the Oscars' biggest winners and losers from nomination morning. Oh, they're starting with a big one, supporting actress. This nomination has been crazy so far. Oh, she got in for Borat. They don't normally nominate comedy, but this is my personal pick for supporting actress this year. Ooh, they put Glenn Close in. A lot of people didn't love Hillbilly Elegy, but the Oscars did. But here she is, Olivia Colman. The father had a lot of screener issues, but it got in. And I love to see that. Seyfried for Mank, that's one of my personal favorites of the year. And Minari, that's a film that's rising very fast now. Young Jong-yoon gets in, and I expect to see it all across the board. Costumes are in now. I mentioned Emma earlier. Let's see if it gets in. There it is, right on cue. Emma's in.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Ma Rainey, of course. Mank, that's a big one.
Mulan.
Ooh, they bid on Mulan. Let's see if it pops up some more. And Pinocchio, that's a really good nomination from a smaller movie. I didn't think they would put Mulan in, but it got in here. Score, please, give me some Tenet. Give me some Tenet here.
Da 5 Bloods.
Oh, they put Da 5 Bloods in.
Mank.
Da 5 Bloods has been snubbed almost everywhere. But Reznor and Ross got in for Mank. They'll get in for Soul right here, but no Tenet right there, because here comes Soul. This is Reznor and Atticus Ross's award. They're nominated twice. They're going to win at least one. So now they're moving to screenplay, adapted. Let's see if Mauritanian or Borat gets in. And they put Borat in. I thought Mauritanian would upset here. I lost all those Gold Derby points. I had the 100-to-1 odds on Borat, but here it gets in. I know a lot of people were mixed with the sequel, but I personally liked it, and the screenwriting was really good. I expect the rest to be Nomadland, One Night, Ma Rainey, and The Father. Let's see who gets in.
Dan Swimer and Nina Pedrad. The Father.
There's The Father, so that's a big one. Florian Zeller had a great script with that movie. Nomadland, that's a projected winner right now. Zhao is dominating all the categories.
One Night in Miami.
One Night in Miami, but it looks like they skipped on Ma Rainey, so let's see what gets in.
The White Tiger.
The White Tiger gets in. Look at that for Netflix. There she is. She's in that movie. She's a star. Look at that. Original screenplay. Let's see what gets in here. Judas got in. That means Sound of Metal may be missed, but that's really good for Judas. That means it could possibly get into Best Picture. This is a nomination it really needed. But this is a great nomination. Kenny and Keith Lucas direct their first ever screenplay. It's a great one. Minari, like I said, this film's rising fast. Promising Young Woman's in, that's good, but it looks like they skipped Mank, so something else could get in. There it is, Sound of Metal, that's a big one. I wonder if this means Sound of Metal and Judas both get in, but as I mentioned before, Mank, it could get snubbed some places, and we just saw it here, the original screenplay, get knocked out.
The Trial of the Chicago
And Chicago 7, that's the winner, I think. Maybe Promising Young Woman upsets, but Trial, that one probably has in the bag. All right, now they're getting a supporting actor. Let's see Daniel Kaluuya.
Sacha Baron Cohen in The Trial of the Chicago.
Yeah, Sacha Baron Cohen had a great year between Borat and Trial. Trial is really good. There he is, our winner, Daniel Kaluuya. He's won all the major guilds, and he's going to sweep here. Leslie Odom, of course, won on Miami. Hamilton star, and he deserved this nomination. Paul Raci, Sound of Metal. Sound of Metal showed up really well so far, hasn't missed yet. Oh, Lakeith got in for Judas. I thought he was in lead actor, but he was campaigned there, but they didn't get in. But that's really good for Lakeith Stanfield. Judas was one of my favorites of the year so far, and I'm really happy to see it show up so far. It's gotten in screenplay. It's gotten in both supporting actors. Let's see. So documentary. This is a category that normally has a lot of snubs and surprises. Let's see if Boy State gets in here.
Collective.
Now, Boy State missed. That stinks. Boy State's one of my favorites, but Collective's really good. Crip Camp. I didn't put that in my nominations. Mole Agent. Whoa.
My Octopus Teacher.
Dick Johnson misses. That was the favorite. Does Time get in? So Time's going to be the winner. Dick Johnson misses. That was the predicted favorite. Boy State was a runner-up, but Time's going to be taking the winner there. All right, international film. Minari's been dominating the foreign language film in all the guilds, but as you know, Oscars, that's not eligible because it was made by a United States company. But let's see what gets in an international feature film.
Another Round.
Another Round, great one. Thomas Vinterberg, Mads Mikkelsen, great. Ooh, Better Days upsets. What's going to get snubbed?
Romania.
Collective gets 2 nominations. That's good so far. Okay. And what's the 5th one?
Aida,
Ooh.
Bosnia and Herzegovina.
So the big one that missed was,
Thank you.
I don't even know the big one that missed. Wow.
The Academy chooses the nominees.
Sound. This year they combine sound mixing and sound editing together. They're just one category. Let's see if Tenet gets in. Greyhound, Apple TV, Mank. There goes Mank. Mank got snubbed for a few, but it's back. News of the World, that's a very technical, heavy movie. Soul, that's what I'm happy to see. And Sound of Metal. Ma Rainey's been missing from a few so far. I wonder if that hurts his Best Picture chances. But production design. Does Emma make it back?
The Father.
The Father, that's a great one. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard the production design of that movie is great. There's Ma Rainey showing up. Missed a few, but it's back on track. Mank is showing up everywhere. This is a very technical, heavy movie. News of the World, technicals, like I said. And Tenet, look at it get in. I heard there was some screener issues with Tenet, but I'm happy to see it get into production design, because that production design was amazing. But now we're in film editing. This is a very important category. Let's see what gets in. The Father, that means it's going to get into picture. Nomadland, that's our predicted winner at the moment.
Promising Young Woman.
Promising Young Woman, but Mank misses. That means Mank is not a Best Picture winner contender, but Sound of Metal gets in. There's no way it is missing picture now. Chicago 7 gets in. A lot of time people say film editing is the most important award to look at for who's going to win Best Picture, because there hasn't been a winner that has not been nominated for editing for a long time, but we're in cinematography right now, and Judas gets in. That's a big one. There's Mank.
News of the World.
News of the World is in. We see Cherry miss here, which is big because that got nominated at ASC. And this last one is going to be Trial? It's Trial. So I went 5 for 5 with my predictions, but we went pretty well right there. So we're moving over to VFX. Interesting category this year because there wasn't a lot of blockbusters due to the pandemic, but Tenet should take this one home. Love and Monsters. Ooh, that's a weird one getting in, but Midnight Sky is in. Mulan is in. They're biting on some of these bigger movies. Ivan, I predicted the gorilla to get in. Everyone loves a nice animated monkey. And there is Tenet. Tenet got at least 1 nomination now. I guess that's 2 because it got into production design. But I think most people thought it would get about 5. But now we are in makeup and hairstyling. This is a category that used to only be 3 nominations, but now is up to 5. Here's Emma, like I predicted earlier. Hillbilly Elegy is snagging those nominations. Ma Rainey is rebounding well. It's made it in a few categories in a row. There's Mank.
And Pinocchio.
And Pinocchio. Pinocchio may have the best of this lineup, but they're probably going to give it to Mank.
Short films and feature animation branch, as
I
well
thought
as
maybe they would bite on
members of
Promising
the
Young Woman
animation
because I
community
figured they would
across
love
all
that
genres.
movie and maybe over-nominate it, but they didn't bite on it right there. Animated feature film, this is the easy 5. So we're going to start right here. Onward, then we're going to go to Soul,
Over the Moon.
or I forgot, Over the Moon. Now we're going to have Soul, Wolfwalkers, and Croods. Wait, Croods got snubbed for Shaun the Sheep. Wow, it was the same 5 that every precursor, and it didn't make it in for the nominations. That's actually good. Shaun the Sheep. I know the not the Grammys, the Oscars love Shaun the
Here are
Sheep.
their nominees for
Original song. Let's see what gets in here. Most people think Leslie Odom will win for Speak Now. Fight for You by Her from Judas and the Black Messiah. That's a good one.
From the trial of the
Yep, Chicago 7. Does Husavik get in?
Husavik.
There's Husavik. Shout out Will Ferrell.
The Story of Fire Saga.
Next one should be Speak Now and Scene.
EOC. Scene.
Yep,
From the
there's your
Life
Golden
of
Globe winner, and the last one
Perfect
should be Leslie Odom Jr., our actual winner for the actual,
And Speak Now from One Night in Miami.
our actual winner for the final nights.
For actor in a leading role. the
Now we're moving
actors
to
lounge
leading
members
actor.
nominate
Let's see, does Stephen Yeun get in, or does Tahar Rahim? Or Del Orlando? Can they redeem him?
Ahmed in Sound
There's
of
Ahmed, he was great in Sound of Metal.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman,
Marley's
rest in
Black
peace.
Bottom.
He's going to be our winner. He gave a brilliant performance. Here's Anthony
Anthony
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
Yep.
In The Father.
So is it going to be Delroy Lindo, or will it be Stephen Yeun?
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman, so that means Stephen Yeun's going to get it for Minari.
And Stephen Yeun.
Yep,
in
5
Minari.
for 5.
Congratulations.
Sad to see Tahar Rahim miss, but
For actress in a
congratulations to Stephen Yeun. He was great in that movie. But here we are to leading actress. Andra Day should show up here. Carey Mulligan, Viola Davis, Frances McDormand, and Vanessa Kirby should be the 5. Right now we're 2 for 2.
Vanessa Kirby.
There's Vanessa Kirby. These last 2 are going to be McDormand and Mulligan.
McDormand.
And that's who I ultimately think it's between. McDormand's already won 2 in her career, but I would not be shocked to see them give her a 3rd. They love Nomadland. It's been nominated everywhere it's supposed to be so far, and Mulligan has been on a tear during the award circuit so far. But directing, here's sometimes where we can see a surprise nomination. Does Darius Martyr make it in for Sound of... Nope.
Another round.
I spoke too soon. There's our surprise nomination. Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round. They snub making some other categories, but here Fincher makes it in for directing. They never go 5 for 5 with the DGA. Lee Isaac Chung makes it in. There's Nomadland for Chloe Zhao. So it will be One Night or it will be Trial.
Fennell, Promising
Well,
Young Woman.
neither. Promising Young Woman Fennell gets in.
And finally, the nominees for Best
So
Picture.
Sorkin does
by
not
the
make
members of the
director.
Academy are
But here's Best Picture. They can nominate up to 10. Let's see what they do here.
Ready?
Really hoping for Judas, really hoping for Sound of Metal,
Father.
and really hoping for The Father. Here it comes in. It missed some of the precursors it needed, but I'm really happy for it to make Best Picture. So we have 1 right now. There goes Judas. There's 2 of my favorites for the year so far.
Producers.
Big shout out to Shaka King and Ryan Coogler. Really hope that movie does well in the night.
C.H.
Mank,
Chafin,
we
Eric
mentioned
Bauer,
how it got some snubs
Douglas
throughout, but it does not get
Producers.
snubbed for the big prize. Right now, we are 3 for 3 of my personal predictions.
Minari. Christina O.
Minari gets in, 4 for 4.
Nomadland.
Nomadland, that's what I think will win. Nomadland has been on a tear so far through the
Dan Janvi,
whole
and Chloe
process.
Zhao,
It's won almost
producer.
every award from every circuit. Let's see if it can keep its strength up for the big nights. Promising Young Woman is a movie that just got in that I feel like could maybe overtake Nomadland. Up there, the love for it is real. It could definitely come out the big winner for the nights.
Sound of Metal.
There it is. Love to see Sound of Metal getting
Sacha
in.
Baron Cohen.
I thought Amazon had One Night in Sound of Metal, that they were both juggling to see which one would get in.
The trial
Oh,
of the
last.
Chicago 7. Mark
Chicago
Clark,
7 gets in. That means
producers.
One Night and Ma Rainey didn't get in. Those are 2 major snubs.
Congratulations to all.
Even though I wasn't the biggest fan of either of those movies, I thought that the Academy would love Ma Rainey. They nominated for both leading actors, but I guess I did have some snubs later on in the process. And One Night, it didn't really have much outside of maybe screenplay and Leslie Odom. So it makes sense that I would miss picture, but that was really crazy. I'm really happy that you tuned in to watch these nominations with me. I had a lot of fun, and I think we would definitely bring this back in some sort of fashion to catch up on some of the nominations and check back soon, because we're going to be doing even more content here in Rotunda Studios, whether it's Oscar-related, sports-related, or Longwood News-related. But until then, I'm Dylan McKercher, signing off.